While watching tonight's episode of Nigerian Idols, a part of my brain started telling me that, hey, Glory, you just might start having the same fights you were having last season over Beyonce's matter. You just might begin to have a similar sort of fights this season as well. And for those of you that get it, you understand what I'm talking about. Because, listen, I'm still kind of shocked that Gerald got evicted tonight. And hey, yes, I mean, I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that it is all via the voting process. But still, I still find it quite unbelievable that Gerald got evicted and Debbie is still in the competition. Okay, don't come for me, but I'm going to give my observations. I'm going to be reviewing tonight's show, and then whatever you have to say, whatever your opinions are, just go ahead and drop it down in the comment section. I repeat, don't come for me. This is my opinion. This is what I see. This is my perspective. I'm sure you've got yours. All right, so please do well to drop yours in the comment section below. Okay, before I start, all right, let me first of all officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. You're welcome back. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the T. In case you're wondering, I give detailed, accurate analysis, factual analysis of reality TV shows, movies, and trending social topics. Okay, Nigerian Idols is one of those reality TV shows that I review. Now, moving on to tonight's show. A lot of things was actually playing out, guys. The theme was inspirational hits, yes, and there was a standby choir, like a mass choir, you know, as backup singers for the contestants. And hey, guys, I must give accolades to the choir. They came through like a storm. They came through in all of their glory. They really stuck to the brief. They did well. They understood the assignment. They really aided the performance of every single contestant that performed tonight, and they did great. They were not so overwhelming. They did not overshadow or outshine the contestants. They really did great. They did not do too much. They did not do too less. They performed perfectly. So listen, accolades to them. They did great. Now, moving on to the contestants, guys, I'm going to start with Jordan. Of course, Jordan was the first contestant. Oh, and before I continue, I must comment on the first general performance that the contestant had. That was actually rich. That was electrifying. It was, wow, it was amazing. I enjoyed it. But now, moving on to Jordan, guys, I must confess, Jordan came back with a vengeance. I mean, for the past two performances, Jordan has not really been doing that great, to be very honest. Last week's performance was actually the worst that they had actually ever performed since the auditions. But then tonight, he came back to redeem his position. He came back to redeem his name. He came back to fight for his position in the top 9. And I must confess, his performance was so fierce. It was powerful, it was strong, it was believable. The expression was genuine. I enjoyed the song and the message he was trying to pass on. Now, I'm going to fast forward to the last performance of tonight. That's Banty's performance, guys. First of all, I was super excited and grateful that Banty made it through to the top 9, guys. I really wanted Banty to have a second chance because, to be very frank with you, in my opinion, her past two performances, especially the one of last week, was totally underwhelming. It was not great at all. It was zero. Yeah. And I also made a comment about her attitude towards receiving constructive criticism from the judges. But then she came back today, and even though she was the last person once again that was called up to the stage as a survivor that made it to the top 9, guys, she actually received it well. Last week, one of her major problems was that she was probably upset that she was the last person, okay, not the last, maybe the second to the last contestant that made it to the top 10. So probably out of that anger, or maybe she was just exhausted and tired of waiting to be called upon, she did not really perform well. But tonight, even though she was the last contestant that performed, guys, she did it with so much enthusiasm. Her performance, her vocals, everything was on point. In fact, her performance was just the best performance to seal and end the show. I'm not saying the performance was the best for tonight, no, because I actually have my best, but I love the way she handled it. She handled it in a very professional way. She didn't do too much, but she delivered. And now talking about the second performance of tonight, this one is from Progress. I think I need to pick up my jotter for this one because as this guy was performing, me, I was busy writing. Even though I was enjoying his performance. And by the time it was done, I found myself still glued to my TV screen because I was still expecting more. I was so engrossed in his performance, in his delivery, that I was sad that it was done. I said, nah, brah, come back here. We're not done. We're not done. But hey, guys, let me just go ahead. I said, listen, it was an electrifying performance. Guys, did you hear that 3-step modulation that he did? Ah, my father, my father. Hey! See, Progress's name indeed keeps working for him. Even up to him doing a modulation. That modulation was so clean. Hey! Oh God. It was so clean. It was so perfectly executed. It was so professionally done. Don't try it at home. It's very dangerous. And then I also went on to note that his vocals were so powerful. His delivery, his performance, his presentation, his stage presence, his courage, the way he comported himself, the way he delivered the song, guys, it completely inspired me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it completely inspired me. And then most importantly, guys, I was held spellbound by that performance, yes. And then we had the beautiful, beautiful big dragon, not baby dragon, Itoha. Guys, see, one thing I must comment again for the 100th time on this channel is that this season of Nigerian Idols, it's going to be a tough war. A war of vocals, a war of performance, a war of talent, a war of skill, a war of professionalism. Because honestly, tonight, the contestants, they were just firing performances like A1, 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 A1. What do you like? Hey, you are giving all of us headache. You are giving us a headache because the performances were just so right. It was quite difficult, you know, for most of, to just give wrong reviews about most of them. But Itoan was one of those contestants that actually gave us a fierce performance, a powerful performance. Her voice, you see that girl's vocals? Ah, it's a weapon. The devil should be scared. And then for Abigail, guys, listen, I'm going to be very, very frank about Abigail's performance. Abigail is a great singer. She's a professional. From what she said, she's traveled a lot. She's done backup singing for a lot of professionals. She's traveled to different countries in Africa to help do backup singing. However, sometimes when she sings, I feel like she's too regular with her singing. I feel like there's so much she can do with her vocals. But then I feel like she's trying so hard to be very, very professional, to have control of her vocals. And at the end of the day, sometimes her performances comes across to me as being too basic. Yeah, too basic. And that's the same problem that I have with Debbie's performance and even Faith. I'm coming to those people. But Abigail, I'm scared for Abigail that if Kez is not taken, there are people that are going to overtake her in this competition. So she has to do more. I mean, tonight she was performing, great performance, you know, but then I felt like the fact that she has the choir backing up or singing as backup singers, it should have given her the leeway to explore more, to do more with her ad-libs. But then, I don't know, I'm sorry, but I just wasn't feeling it. It felt like it was just basic to me. But she did well, yes. And one thing I like about her is she's always very, very energetic. But then, if you're talking about a mind-blowing performance, like the type that Zadok gives or Progress gives, I don't think I've actually experienced that with her just yet. I'm still waiting to see the day she's going to get to that level. But for now, I feel like her performances, it's still too regular, too basic. Moving on to my favorite performance of tonight. I'm talking about none other than Zadok. Guys, this is the second time that Zadok is going to be my best performance of the night. Yes, I think the first time they had their first performance, for me, it was the best. And then tonight again, he was the best. What did he even sing? He sang Timi Dakolo's Wish Me Well. Let me just go ahead and read what I jotted down. I said he ministered to my soul. I felt it deep in my soul. I had goosebumps. And guys, all these things I wrote down, it was just how I felt. You know, when you are in a trance and you're watching, but your hands are busy, you're just writing what you're feeling. That was the way I wrote all of these down. I said that his voice texture, his vocal control, his vocal dexterity, it needs to be studied in a school of music. This guy is good. This guy is not just good, this guy is amazing. The way he carries himself on the stage, he's not just a singer, he's also a performer. He's also a minister. When he sings, he sends a message, and there's no way, you just have no choice but to get the message. Guys, I was shaking as Zadok was singing because I was feeling the message. I was receptive. He opened my soul like a flower, and guys, I was just getting it. You know, let me not just talk too much. As I said, it was my best performance for tonight. And then we had David Opera, my very good friend that got really upset last week that I gave a constructive criticism about his performance. David, if you're watching this video right now, I hope we're friends now. Anyways, moving on to David's performance. He performed Dance with My Father by Luther Vandross, and I think that was a very, very good performance. It was beautifully delivered. The song is not a loud song. It's not a gaga gaga go crazy kind of music. So even though as a singer you want to flex your voice on it, you might not necessarily need to do much. So I love the fact that David Opera did not have to do too much and he did not have to do too little. His performance was really balanced. It was like him serenading us. I enjoyed it. It was calming. It was just perfect. And then we had Debbie. Listen, even though the judges were trying to be encouraging by telling Debbie that, oh, this is, it's like, I think it was Obi Asika that said to her that, oh, this is the kind of song that matches your voice, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I beg to differ. In my opinion, I feel like that was a wrong song choice for Debbie. You see that song, Happy? That song is a beautiful song. I mean, it's a song that when you listen to it, your spirit is uplifted, you're happy, you're excited, even though you're having a bad day. But for a show like Nigerian Idol, for a song that you want to use to actually prove yourself that yes, I deserve to win the show, I felt like that was actually a very, very wrong song choice. Let me read what I wrote. I said that the song did not have enough technicalities for her to show a vocal flexibility. That was the way I saw it. I mean, we had the backup singers, no doubt. They were doing their thing. They were performing amazingly. I just felt like Debbie was she was just there, like on this level. And you know, there's a way these contestants perform. You start with them from the bottom level, they take you up to a particular level, and then you are waiting for them to take you to the climax. You know, you want to reach that level where you're like, oh my God, like you just got a crazy big O. I was waiting for that moment. But this is like the second or third time now that Debbie is performing, and I have never ever reached the climax. Yeah, I still feel like she takes me on a trip and then she leaves me hanging. And I'm like, I get so frustrated. I'm waiting. Yes, I felt like that song, it was not a good song choice. Debbie has a good voice, yes, if she uses it well, if she flexes a song well. I feel like for a show like Nigerian Idols, Debbie should be bold enough to choose songs that she can use to prove, you know, flex her vocal dexterity, you know, that kind of thing. Prove to the judges, prove to the viewers that I can do this, I can do that. Look at what Progress does. Look at what Zadok does. They don't have to do too much, but there's a way they are able to take the viewing audience to a journey. They take you there, they take you to a climax, and then you are left feeling satisfied or maybe even wanting more. You know, I feel like Debbie never takes me there. Her performance tonight was fun. Yes, she had fun on the stage, but I'm sorry. We're not looking for someone that's going to be giving us fun. We're looking for someone that actually deserves to win this season of Nigerian Idols. So if she wants to be having fun all the time on the stage, I'm sorry. There are actually people that actually takes this competition more serious, like their life depends on it. They are having fun, but they are also investing a lot of energy into their performance and their song selection. So she needs to do better. She's too relaxed, in my opinion. And then finally, we had Faith. So Faith came, and what did she even perform? Next to Me by Emily Sandy. To be very honest, that performance was so bland. It was so underwhelming. It was a very, very sad performance, considering the fact that the song in itself is very, very powerful. The person that owns the song, Emily Sunday, is one of my favorite artists. She has a very, very powerful and unique voice. I was excited when it was introduced that Faith was going to perform that song. But then I don't know, maybe it's because of she wasn't really called early to join the top 9. Maybe she was exhausted from waiting. So she went on the stage and she performed. And to be very honest, she looked really tired. She looked exhausted. It was as if the same thing that happened to Banty last week was what happens to Faith this week. She was drained. She looked drained. And the ad-libs that she was doing, they were all these normal church ad-libs like, I'm like, kilo de, kilo jebe. What is it? Like, I'm sorry, but she was singing as if they were forcing her to sing. And I was scared for her. And it was just too basic. And this was the same problem she had during the MTN Yellow Star show. Yeah, when Faith is tired and exhausted, she knows if he hide them on stage. It shows in her countenance. It even reflects crazily on her performances. So she did the same thing tonight, and I was really disappointed. Yeah, what did I even write? I said there was so much she could have done with her voice on that song. She sang, but she did not perform. She was just singing, going around the stage like a lost soul. She was not performing. There was no excitement in that performance. There was no joy. I said that, yeah, the performance was beautiful, but too basic. This is where I'm going to end this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. All what I said on this video, they are my own observations. I know that you all have yours, so just go ahead. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all on another video soon. Have an amazing night rest. Bye.